So if you've been around the VTuber sphere, especially on Twitter, then you've probably noticed that there have been, harassment against VTubers and harassment against trans people and harassment against people who play a fucking wizard game. And if you haven't noticed that, congrats, you probably don't use Twitter, which is probably like, waking up in the morning and not taking a shit on your breakfast. For people like me, I use Twitter because it's the best place to find, people like me, other VTubers, other creative people, other voice actors. I think Twitter is amazing when it comes to, finding very like-minded people, finding your own kind to interact with. There's a lot of fandom spaces on Twitter, a lot of creative people. I think that's the best Twitter has to offer. It's better than Reddit or fucking Facebook when it comes to that, in my opinion. But, Twitter's also open to the general public, which means a lot of opinions get thrown around, and then, those opinions fucking, grow into one huge tumor of people's dogpiling on each other with their opinions that they think they're right, and the other people think they're the ones who's right, and it turns into a dogpile fest, a big fucking huge sewage system of people's opinions, and that's what we're talking about today. People getting harassed over a fucking Hogwarts Legacy game. And if you don't know anything about that, then God bless you. You sweet summer child, I would give you a kiss right now. So, pointers for people who don't know. There's this game, Hogwarts Legacy. It's based around the world of Harry Potter. The fucking books and fucking so many movies. I don't even know where to start. That Harry Potter. With the Daniel Radcliffe, the redhead and the other redhead. That one. That whole universe is created by this person, J.K. Rowling. And J.K. Rowling, she has some quite controversial opinions when it comes to transgendered people. A lot of people would say that she's transphobic. I too would say she's transphobic, and then there's a lot of people that would say otherwise. And let's yeet that thought out for a while. Let's throw that to the side. If you believe that transgendered women should be treated the same as cisgendered women, and if you believe otherwise, that trans women should be separated from cisgendered women, let's throw that to the side. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you have your own opinions about that. I have my own, and what I'm talking about today is the general ripple effect from that. People just fighting each other, people harassing each other, just the average day at Twitter. But I feel like it's hit a bit too close to home, considering I'm a VTuber and I'm in this community, and I see a lot of people in and out of the community that's throwing their hat in the ring in this discussion per se. And basically there's a lot of harassment going around because of people playing the Hogwarts Legacy game. There's people who believe that you shouldn't be playing the game because it basically the money goes back to J.K. Rowling and that benefits her. And there are people who are saying it's just a game. It's just a game, and J.K. Rowling's gonna get her money regardless because the game's already been made. So she probably got paid for her IP to be used in a game, and that's basically the gist of it. And then it evolves into people like saying, hey, if you play this game, you're transphobic, you support fucking the genocide of trans people and fucking somehow Jewish people got thrown in there. I don't know. I'm not too educated on that part. Like I haven't done my research on that part. So that thing, that's a different thing that I don't want to get into. And then there's people who were saying that it's just a game. Take a chill pill. If you really wanna show support, there are other ways to show support to trans people and the LGBT community and all of that. And I understand both sides, but I feel like, the harassment that stemmed from it has gone on too much. Like, I think it's hurting people from both sides, and I feel like people are getting too passionate to the point that it's actually doing more harm than good. Here's the thing, if you're going to resort to harassing someone over this, like, I feel like you're just trying to feel like you're the more morally better person. Like you're trying to feel more morally or ethically above someone. But that's not the case. You're harassing someone. You're dogpiling, you're bullying, and that doesn't do any good. You're fighting fire with fire, and that turns into a whole fucking thing. You're just spreading more hate than love. I know that sounds corny, but that's it. Like, there's a lot of VTubers that have become victims of harassment. There's Silver Veil, there's Pika-Me, and just I think her name's Pipkin Pippa. And then on the other side too, like, there are people that are so mad that these VTubers got harassed that they blame the entire trans community, and they decide that they fucking hate them, and they're starting a crusade against them, calling them savages or freaks or whatnot. And that is way out of control. Like, no, calm down. You calm down. You take a breath. You touch some grass. You turn off the computer, the laptop, your phone, whatever you use to tweet, and just relax. Look, to these VTubers, I don't think they'd be happy about you like harassing a group of people. And I don't think you people in general who are playing Hogwarts should get harassed. I don't think that's the answer. If you single out someone, they're gonna feel marginalized, even though if they're not a part of a marginalized group. That's the problem with like dogpiling on someone. People love to feel like they're the victim, and if they're in the wrong and you dogpile them, they're just gonna feel like they're the victim. They're not gonna change. If you really feel that you're the one in the right, then you shouldn't dogpile on someone. You should, raise awareness, educate. I know that doesn't sound really effective, but neither are boycotts or harassment campaigns. I've lived through a bunch of boycotts in my life. I've seen people try to boycott YouTube multiple occasions. It never works. Any alternative that comes, are short-lived. Flare, fucking what other alternatives are there to YouTube? Like fucking Dailymotion, VidMe, I guess, whatever. And then a lot of people try to boycott WWE. They're like, I'm never gonna watch an episode of Monday Night Raw because the product sucks. And then a year later, WWE is still thriving. A lot of people are watching live. They're making record numbers. A lot of people, want to boycott Twitch. You can go to Kick, you can go to some other streaming platform, but in the end, Twitch is still here, because it's owned by Amazon. And, this is the same thing with J.K. Rowling and the Harry Potter IP. You can try to cancel or boycott that shit, but it's gotten to the point where, J.K. Rowling and the Harry Potter IP is too big to fall at this point. It's not gonna happen. Boycotts and harassment campaigns do no good. It just makes things worse. It just, makes people, turn against you. And this goes the same for people on the other side. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Harassing trans people, harassing minorities. Do you think you're a better person for that? No, you're fucking horrible. You know, same with the people who harass people who play the fucking game. Bullies are fucking horrible. In the end, that's it. That's my opinion. Go fuck yourself. You know, there's a new Dragon Ball Tenkaichi game coming out, and that's what I'm thinking about. And also, my last message for you guys: play Fire Emblem Sacred Stones.